All right, good morning, friends. I hope you guys had a good weekend and enjoyed the weather outside. I know I sure did. I did some work in my garden. I cleaned out all of the weeds and I was looking at planting flowers. So now today I'm going to read a story and it's called Oh Say Can You Seed? Since it's getting to be springtime and lots of pretty flowers, I thought we'd read about some. This is all about flowering plants. This story is by Bonnie Worth and is illustrated by Aristides Ruiz. All right, we ready? Let's see. Oh, say, can you seed? I'm the Cat in the Hat, and I think that you need to come take a look at this thing called a seed. From giant gum tree to this very small weed, every flowering plant started out as a seed. Plants are so useful to you and to me and to you. Can you think of the ways? I will name a few. The paper for books, the cloth for your pants, came from trees and from cotton. That's two kinds of plants. The grains of the fruits and the veggies you eat, why, they come from plants too. And here's something neat. In deserts and woods and rainforests thick grow plants that can make you feel well when you're sick. Yes, plants serve us well and fill so many needs, and flowering plants all start as seeds. Just what is a seed, you are wondering maybe? Well, you might say a seed is a tiny plant baby. The best way for you to see what I mean is to take a close look at a seed called a bean. You guys eat beans, right? They're still seeds. That's pretty neat. Like all seeds, a bean comes in three basic parts. Thing 1 and thing 2, please bring on the charts. Part 1 is the first, I think you should know. It is the part that's the baby. It's called embryo. So there's the embryo. To sprout, it needs food like you and I do, which brings us to seed part numeral 2. It's called cotyledon. Say, isn't that fun? This scene has 2, but some others have 1. Last comes the third part that you need to know. It's the coat, which protects our cute little embryo. So this is the cotyledon, the inside, and then the coat is the outside. Pretty neat. All right, to sprout a bean seed, keep it moist but not wet. Keep it covered with dirt and then see what you get. In 7 or so days comes the part I love. A root spreads below and a stem shoots above. So here's a little root and here's our little stem that comes up. Have you seen flowers or vegetables grow in your garden and some of the little stem should come up out of the ground? Pretty neat, huh? Now, in order to show a grown bean plant to you, we've traveled in time for some months, maybe 2. So we see that there's a shoot system with parts of a bean plant, a leaf, the flowers, the stem. Here's a little fruit, looks like a pea, and underneath there's the root system. Look at all of those roots. Thing 2 calls the part above ground the shoot system. Thing 1 calls the part underground the root system. To get a good look at the roots underground, it is better to make like a mole, I have found. Roots are not pretty. They're twisty and hairy, and some roots even look a little bit scary. Roots anchor a plant and help it stand true. Roots suck up the water and minerals too. So the plants, like you might take a vitamin gummy in the morning and eat it up. The plants suck it up through the ground through their roots. And roots keep the soil from just washing away. That's pretty important. Now, wouldn't you say? Well, yeah, we don't want the dirt to just roll away, right? We've talked about roots, we've learned about them. Now it's time we moved on to the stem. Here's our stem. The stem is a pipe through which water shoots. It's absorbed from the soil, and passed up through the roots. It shoots through the plant, and next, as you'll see, the leaves each turn into a food factory. And our little note here says, just like the rhino is protected with horns, the stem of a rose is protected with thorns. Have you ever tried to touch a rose plant? Those have really sharp thorns on them, huh? Yee, ouch! Leaves come in all shapes and sizes, I've found. Some small and some spiky, some big and some round. Narrow leaves, toothed edges, wavy edges, smooth edges, lobed edges. But the thing that all leaves have in common is this: they make their own food by photosynthesis. That's a really big word. You want to try that one? Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. I'll say this quite loudly. I don't mean to be rude, but plants are the only living things on earth that make their own food. To do this, plants need water, minerals, and sun. And that's why the daytime's when food making's done. For your information, and also for fun, hop in my shrinker upper and let's see how it's done. The leaf takes in CO2 through a stoma or pore. It works like a mouth, and that's what it's for. Then the air gets mixed in with the water and sun, and that's how the food making factory is run. I see by my clock that now is the hour to drop in and say hello to the flower. Our little box here says plants breathe out a gas that we breathe in. The name of that gas is oxygen. You guys say that word. Oxygen. Fang 2 has a chart. He will share it with you. The parts that shows what the parts of a flower can do. In the pistil are ovules. They're unfertilized seeds. The stamen holds pollen, which an ovule needs. An unfertilized ovule will not ever grow, and the pollen's the stuff that will fix that, you know. A flower's own pollen or another's okay. That's where the bees play a role, by the way. You guys noticed all the pollen outside? All of that yellow dust that is all over your cars and stuff? That's pollen. It comes from the plants. Pretty neat to know. To make honey, bees need to get nectar from flowers. They fly and they gather the sweet stuff for hours. The pollen sticks on their bodies and legs. It falls off and sometimes it reaches the eggs. An ovule that's fertilized becomes a seed. Around it grows, upon which we feed. When we say the word fruit, do you know what that means? It means olives, nuts, grains, plantains, tangerines, and apples and orange and pineapples too. All kinds of plants that are healthy for you. Some fruits are juicy and messy to munch on. Dry ones like nuts are nice just to crunch on. What kind of fruits do you think can you think of? Not all plants with seed give us edible fruit. Some plants have seeds that look weird or look cute. Burr seeds are hitchhikers that ride on your clothes, and dandelion seeds sometimes fly up your nose. Some seeds come in pods that explode like a sneeze. Other seeds may have wings and can fly in the breeze. Oh, so those stickers that stick on you when you're out walking in the grass, those are seeds. Oh, how interesting. But whether they stick or they blow or they fly, seeds bring us life, and now you know why. I can see the sun setting. Here comes the moon. Your mother is calling. Your dinner is soon. I hope you have learned from my little seed talk, and now I will climb up this giant bean stalk. Oh, we learned so much about seeds. What kind of seeds can you find around in your yard today? Why don't you let me know? Bye-bye for now, friends. Bye-bye.